to the Bink or Bust 100K Poker Bankroll Challenge, where we try to turn 2,500 into 100K in 6 months. We are currently on schedule for that, sitting at a bankroll of $10,400 after just 59 days. We had a good day yesterday, and it looks like we'll actually be able to get a pretty good grind going today. Seems to be some decent amounts of 1-2 tables up and running. So we will have a seat and try to get some good action up and running. I'm going to pull up PokerCraft here in a minute, and we'll do a quick rundown of yesterday's session, how that all turned out, and how all that went, and we'll go from there. And we get 4-bet pretty big, actually. So we're just going to go this time. Broodmother always used to be a super nit, but I haven't played with him for a long time, so we'll play a little bit tighter, and then we'll adjust from there. If he seems to be a little bit more aggressive anyways than he used to be. But yeah, we'll just play all this by ear, see how it goes. I've never seen this guy before. His 3-bet's pretty low, over 100 hands. 8 attempt to steal is pretty low. So it's probably just opening the same range. It's only over 100 hands though, so it doesn't really mean a whole lot, but it's something worth paying attention to anyways for now, until we can get a better read on him. Okay, we'll check the Jack 8. We'll go small, it goes a bit bigger here. Most villains at these in 100 and lower tend to not double barrel enough. So we will let that go. Do call a lot there though. Fold 9 deuce suited. Jack 6 fold. King deuce suited we can bump up. We did decide to sit here even though Orban's an unknown. DJ Crocker is definitely a whale, so we want him as close to our immediate right as possible. King deuce gets 3-bet, we'll just fold for now. Alright. There are some NL 50 tables up as well, but we're going to try to sit these NL 200 and NL 100 tables. Bump up the ace 10. So yesterday we just went on a big mega heater, essentially. Pretty much won every flip that we got in. So today's the 16th. We want to be on the 15th. So our goal is to hit, the original goal is just to be at 8K by May 18th. So we've blown that out of the water. Now, between today, tomorrow, 16th, 17th, next 3 days, basically, we're going to try to run the 10-4 up to 12K. We'll see how that runs out. We're going to have to go on a pretty big heater to make that happen, but it is definitely possible to get there. Ace 8 offsuit against the cutoff open 5-handed. We will call. And I think we're just going to lead out on this board. This board destroys my range. It's not a good board for his range. He does call. We're just going to overbet here. I think he folds almost everything. But doesn't have a heart, a big heart like a king, like an ace king with the ace of hearts, or an overpair with a heart. I think most of his range is just going to end up folding here. And if he does call, we'll probably just shut down on river. And here in the bottom right, all right, he does station down. the bottom right, we're going to check raise. And we'll give up here with the ace-8. I think this is probably just one of the scenarios where he had a hand here. I don't see him going for value with pretty much anything. Maybe he bluffs like the ace of hearts, you know, some small portion of the time, but I think generally he probably just have 7, 8, 8, 9, 9s, pocket sixes, you know. Maybe sometimes he value. I just don't even see him value betting aces or kings there like ever. So I think queen ten's a fold, especially after like getting called a bunch and folding a bunch. Just slow down a little bit here in the bottom left. Sammy does like to call and not fold. Okay, the fours are a raise, and the 8-6 suited, given his stack size. I guess we'll kind of figured I'd get a free card or he'd ship it. So when he goes 3x, we're just gonna have to check call, limp call, and then fold flop. When we brick off, straight draws, pairs, flushes would be check shoving. But anyways, for yesterday, so I better pull the stream up here in a minute too. We will ISO here with the queen 9 suited. And then, yeah, so we had a bit of a swingy day, I think. In the end, though, we ended up about 650 over 1,300 hands, so pretty good success. We played a wide range between NL50 and NL200. Most of this end run-up came from NL200, obviously, so pretty good run-out altogether. And here we're just going to go half pot. It's a relatively dry board. He'll have some small pocket pairs, some small like 5, 6, 6, 7 type hands, some like ace-x suiteds that are weak. He isn't like spastic though. That's one thing I have noticed. Is he's like limps in a bunch, but then like post flop he just like spews away. So see if that's an actual read or what kind of case is there. Okay, for 3/4 pot, I think we'll just check call here. And we pick up 4 is a good card. And 7 gives us a straight now. There's only pot on this one card. Getting pretty clean odds to call. Should probably be check raising there a pretty good portion of the time. He goes full pot on river. He probably just has a 7. Okay. Well, I don't think we've won a hand yet on the NL200 table. Okay, we'll get that muted. Mute that. Thumbs up. So when you guys do join the stream or check out the video afterwards, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up. It all really does help promote the channel, and we do very much appreciate it. Okay, so that's all that, and I guess we can bring up today. We're probably down like $100, I would think, right now, considering we've 100 lost every hand we played. Okay, Rabby, interesting. Probably sit this table as well. It's not a good flop for us. Let's try to win a hand here, shall we? Did I just call? What even happened here? I raised for crap. Somebody must be sitting out then. He must be big blind. Okay, well, we get cold 4-bet. Unfortunately, the money's got to go in. Run into aces or kings, so be it. So he is willing to fold, 4-bet, and small blind, just and then 3-bet, and folded to shove. Interesting. Most villains are not willing to 4-bet. He does bet, obviously with a pair, blind versus blind, we're gonna call. He checks. I think we'll check back and decide. That's interesting. He checks again. I'm gonna value bet here. I think we can get called by ace high some portion of the time. And I think most of the time he'll probably lead his queen. I don't think villains protect like their river check range enough. So when they are checking, they're usually weak. It's not very rare they get check raised, or at least not often enough to make that bet profitable, I think. When his hand is so likely just going to be like ace X. KO fold the John 3. Okay, so music's up. Dream is up and running. I think with a fish in the big blind, we can call here and expect to get a free flop. At least a good portion of the time. Okay. All right. When they both call, we're just done. We're just kind of taking a stab there, expecting them to kind of give up. When the spade comes off, we'll just give it in the hand. Jack 10 suited. Defend. Decent enough flop. I'm only folding because Lucky Charm's in the hand as well. Queen 10 off. Okay, good to know. Open to 10-8 off. Oh, that's a really small c-bet on this board. I think we'll just check raise here. That's really small, and the ace is out there, so if he doesn't have an ace, he's just going to fold a lot of the time. We're heavy with the 3-bet. Fold the ace 6. Raise the king jack off. Okay, for 10-4. King 10 will just defend. Checks twice. Honestly, the amount of times this guy like double checks top pair is pretty astronomical. So I think we're just gonna check, check, and just I want to see his hand. Okay, we got gravity. Min raises, we get a call, we ISO. It's a pretty good flop. I think we're just gonna check back. Never mind. Pretty much dead to running trips, quads, or running straight flush cards. 5 of clubs, 8 of clubs. GG's. Or 3-5 of clubs. K, we fold the king 8, we fold the 8-5. Fold the 5-4. Jack 8, we can bump up. Alright, back to even. Press start. Okay. He's got a big stack coming. What do we got here? A king, jack versus queen. Call. Okay. 10-4 versus queen 9. Check. Bet. Call. Check. Raise. Call. I raised the queen there. Interesting. Bluffing. Valuing against him. Interesting. So check here with the jack 10. Okay. Everybody checks around, so we're just gonna value bet. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. And we're back. And we min bet. Not sure what happened there, guys. Hopefully the stream is still kicked in. The internet just kicked off for a second and pretty much instantly came right back. So we're going to go 50% of this guy's stack so that we can still shove on him if Day Tripper decides to call. And if he rips it, we're just going to get it in. Yeah, it's going to have a pretty wide range after this guy stacked him. He's going to be just coming after him. Kind of seems to have that ego about that guy. So definitely a good spot to attack. Obviously a great spot to pick up. Ace King. Okay. Then clicks, call. I guess we'll just let that go. We'll check call turn. Okay, checks back. We're just gonna value bet the 5 of spades now. I think most of the time his spades bet flop, and then I think almost always a spade that beats his bet's turn. Maybe we lose to like a 6 or 7 of spades randomly, but yeah, I'm just 3-betting the ace jack suited. But like a 6 or 7 of spades has a lot of equity here, so I think they're gonna just bet flop most of the time. Okay, we raise. We'll just get out of the way here once Ravi comes along. We're just gonna be folding way too much unless we flop a crazy hand. Against DJ Rockers, we'll probably just check our hand here. Pre-flop raise 3%. Comes out firing. Obviously, we're not going to fold here. We have 2 overcards, and we have the wheel draw. And we could have the best hand here, like, at least some portion of the time. Does bet again. Guess we'll just let that go. If we had some better blockers, like the ace of spades or something, maybe we'd shove river some portion of the time there. But I think in that hand, we just, it is what it is. We'll just let it go and move on. 8-4 will fold. Queen 7 suited will move on. And 1, 2. Did those tables just start, or because I disconnected, did I get put off of the wait list? I'm not sure. Okay, we'll fold the 10-4. And the ace king will bump up. So overall, the bankroll challenge has been obviously going pretty good. We are on track so far. So the next goal now that we are coming to the end of this month, we block king queen, we block ace queen. He just called. We're just gonna bet there. We'll go big here. We'll go half pot, fold here, 8-5 suited, definitely raise, fold king 5. Okay, calls. This board, we're just going to bet and mostly be done with the hand if he calls on a lot of it, but when we pick up the flush, we're just going to barrel again. Get down. Looks like he'll be overcalling on the flop. Probably chasing all kinds of different types of draws and stuff. All right, next cleans off that fish, unfortunately. Okay, we're four-handed, so we're just going to dip back to the min open now. But yeah, so now basically our goal now is by June 18th is to hit 20K and be playing 2-5. I think we're going to start taking shots before that. Because obviously 20K gives us like 40 buy-ins, but from what I'm seeing, I don't really think we need necessarily that many buy-ins for the stake. This is a really small bet. We're going to float it. And we're going to barrel on that deuce. King 9 will fold. He checks to us. We're going to, I think we value bet here with the jack. And I guess we're probably just going to leave this table. Oh, Lucky Charms leads for us. Okay, everybody just dip there. And ace-10 suited we can call some portion of the time. Just because I do like to call against weaker players, like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s sometimes out of the small blind. So I like to mix in some of the like king jack suited randomly or the ace-10 suited randomly. Very low frequency, but it's good to have it in there for when you hit boards like this. It's a pretty good flop. Given that I think we just check here. Given that we have the hard draws, there's not going to be like a whole lot that we beat when we bet. Just fold river. Obviously, we're betting there without the pair, but with the pair, I think it makes more sense to just check some portion of the time. On this board, it's dry enough. I think we'll just bet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Still lots of 1-2 tables up and running. Just to get on the NL50 list. Okay. All right, fold here, fold the queen, I fold the 8-4. We'll 3-bet the ace-10 suited. Calls. All right, it's a pretty good flop for us. This is a board that we check a ton, so I am going to check shove here. Okay, he elects to check back. So if he's checking back, I think he has a lot of like maybe 6-7, maybe 5-6, maybe never 7-8, sometimes like 8-9, 9-10, never 10s plus, and then just like give ups. Because most of his air with like some kind of equity, like a gut shot, a back door, is gonna just at least give a stab on that type of board, I would expect. So he could also have just like king queen there and be completely giving up. Obviously, like Jack 10, King 10, Queen 10 would have called and or bet flop. Because they're gonna have a lot of cards they can, double barrel on. And it's just a gross board for my range. Alright, 7s we're gonna bump up. Jack 9. Okay, we take it down. Most of these regs seem to be on the tighter side from what we're seeing. Yeah, there's low 3-bets and stuff. I guess he's relatively fresh to the tables, but Okay, call the 10-8 suited. It's a pretty good flop. He could argue leading out here because he's going to check back so often. And then just collecting a bunch of free cards with overpairs and stuff. So on this board, once I call, there's not going to be a whole lot of hands that he's going to keep calling with. And he's going to do way too much checking back on this board, so we're going to lead out for him. And we'll just continue betting for value. It sucks the deuce because pocket kings is the thing, but we are going to call this with the flush. Once you lead out turn, when you lead out river, people just assume it's the nuts when the flush comes in, but when you actually like lead out turns and stuff, people will get spewy, kind of like that. Especially that guy in particular. He's like a pretty spewy, just in general. If you do weird stuff, you know, he's going to get pretty spastic with you. I think we're going to double barrel here with the ace king. He snap calls turn. I'm going to call the 10-9 suited here. It's too small of an ISO to not call. Snap calls turn. And we'll just value bet. Nice. Nice. I was going to say, we do lose the king jack sometimes there. Definitely going to call one. 9-10. Okay. And we're going to value bet here against the jack X type hand. Worst case scenario is he checks back. We're going to check shove though. 6 is a terrible card. Gonna have to check fold probably to most ranges now. He's gonna check back diamond draws. Jack X check. That sucks. I have to fold. Too much comes in. You could argue block betting maybe, but the 6 is a bad card. Okay, ace king suited, we're gonna bump up. It could definitely be a spot to argue donking on the turn. Alright, Sid the Nitty Kid. We're gonna go bigger here when there's the flush draw out there. Most ace jacks fold, like ace jack off folds. That's a terrible turn card, actually. Probably one of the worst turn cards in the deck, to be honest. He checks back, though. I think ace jack, ace queen, jack queen probably checks back. That beats us, jack queen. But ace jack and ace queen are going to bet. He does fold. Okay, good. Most, like, we're not too worried about the ace jack, obviously, because ace jack offsuit either like 4 bets or folds most of the time. So on that board, you know, I have the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs is out there, and the jack of diamonds is out there. So pretty much, other than the ace jack of spades, there's like no suited ace jacks that he has. You know what I mean? They're all out there. We will check call at least once with the 10. In the limped pot. I'll call it one more time. I'm just going to call down. All right, raise the queens. I'm just going to call the king queen off here. He's probably a little too tilted, and given his stack size, I think when we 3-bet, we're just going to get shoved on a little bit too often. We're going to call 1 here with the overs for such a small bet. He bets back. We're going to check back here. We'll just take the king high to showdown. Yeah, we're going to lose to ace X a bunch. If he bet, we'd probably just call there. Fold 3 deuce. Sammy Reyna 3-bets us. We're going to 3-bet the King 10 suited there. Check here. Fours, we'll fold. Just call the ace queen. Fold the 4-3. So we block aces, we block queens. It's a really big bet for this board. I have some pocket jacks. You definitely see bets too often. We have queen 10. I have pocket nines. I have pocket eights. I have 7, 8. I have 8, 9. I have pocket jacks. I have like jack 9 suited, jack 8 suited. Okay. I'm gonna check back, and then if he checks river to me, I'm just gonna rip it. And I'm basically ripping to try to get ace king to fold. Honestly, if he goes, yeah, I did. I think it is what it is. If we run into pocket jacks or something, so be it. But oh wow, that donkey. Yeah, it worked out for him. But most of the time, he's just going to be folding there. Three bet 9-9 and big blind risk button open. C bet half pot on 8 jack 8 flop, and then jack 9x turn and check river. Correct. That was a good double check from him, I think. Walked into that one a little bit. A little smoothie. Not really happy with that, but I think it's still a good bet. At least some portion of the time, he's just going to be folding there. Just sucks when he gets snapped off like that. He walked right into it with pocket nines, but I mean, if he's even if the 9 didn't fold show up, he could hero call. I think some portion of the time there, because he's blocking so much with my 8x that I would have. He's probably better like heroing nines than like jacks or something. I guess jacks would just have a boat. Anyhow, defend the 10-9 suited, and we'll raise the ace 9 off. Check here. Feels gross when he gets you, you know? I can't handle these small bets. And we'll 3-bet the king 10 suited. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you possibly betting there? That small. The fact that he has a king here is insane to me. Just better take a note of that. See bet 25% on 5-6 king. Club. Called, check raise, and then called down and shoved over river barrel. It's a little donkey. Well, for him to do that, he either binked the turn, pocket jacks, uh, or he has a read on us where he thinks we're over aggressive potentially. And these two are trying to take advantage of that. Sammy is seeming significantly more nitty than I thought. Guess we fold here. Okay, well, it's not a good start to the day, folks. At least we did get out of the first $100 dip. We're down like 4 now. Oh, we're down 250. Wow, we are actually up 166. Could be worse, I suppose. What happened here? Check. Day tip or bets we call. Okay, we'll check 2 him. Spades roll off. We lose to the 10x. Take out the call here. Make trips on the river. Give him a chance to bet again. Fold the ace-3. If he shoves. Alright. We're going to shove here with the 9. Man, we suck today. Lured with the small value bet. I just didn't believe him. So we went for value and got burned. Now we're down 400. And that's tilting. We gotta wheel it in here a little bit. But, yeah, gross. We do defend here with the 8-9 suited. And we're going to 3-bet here with the king-queen suited. And we just check with your queen-jack. Half pots it. We call. Okay, we pick up the flush draw. Alright, since we 3-bet him pre, we're going to blast here. We do win here. I think we just have to check here and hope it's not an ace or a king on the river. We'll take the flush. Give him a chance to hero call. Not this time, he says. Alright, we got a little bit back there. Don Juan. Oh, what happened here? Guess she posted the big blind. We didn't raise the big blind. It's weird. We are going to 3-bet the ace king suited. Fold, 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 fold. We're going to call here. Check. Okay, let's just run this back. We open. Yeah, I'm just going to check call. Check here. Value bet top right. Fold down here. Fold here. Okay, we're going to call. And we're going to give him a chance to bluff. It's like ace X clubs or something. This is mostly, I would think, a bluff or a worse flush. Let this hand play out. There's no 3-bet, so the odds of him having like an ace or a king of clubs is pretty low. Right? Like if he had ace 4 clubs, ace 5 clubs, he can't have ace 5 clubs, but like ace 4 clubs, ace 8 of clubs, stuff like that. Ace 10 clubs, those are all 3-betting. And then we block him from having like king, jack, king, queen clubs. But again, all of those are 3-betting pre. All right, we got some back. See if we lose it all here on this next hand with queens. Yeah, we get some back. It's nice to see. It's nice to get some back. Against the small blind, we're just gonna call the queens. It's a 3-bet. Ten deuce four. Last time you went half pot. The nines. Okay. We're gonna 3-bet the ace nine suited, and we're definitely gonna call here with the queens. Man, why do I get the worst turn cards every time? It's actually like super tilting. I don't really give him credit for being willing to bluff either, so I'm probably just gonna fold this turn most of the time, depending on his size. Checks it. I'm actually gonna value bet here because I think there's like some 10x and some spades. There's not a lot of combo draws that he's gonna check shove. Uh, so we're gonna go small, and if he rips it, we'll just fold. Last time he did this, he had the nuts. So maybe he would like check uh, shove on us as bluff, but I doubt it. And we block like jack queen, so there's really not like a lot of hands that he's gonna check shove with. Aren't like pocket deuces, pocket fours, pocket tens. Yeah, nice try. Good luck. And we're going to check raise here with the king queen gut shot. Called queen seven suited. I guess we're gonna go bet that now. We check raise, he calls, we're done. We will check call queen seven. Let's just see where this all turned out here. Up, down, up, down. And we're gonna value bet river. We'll value bet 7 up here, and we'll just check the threes. Queen 7, win with the kicker, nice. Defend the jack 7 suited. We will call one with the threes here. Top left. Seriously? Probably just have to call here, but super annoying. Okay, check raise flop. Like, is he ever bluffing here? He probably doesn't put me on a spade draw because I would have continued barreling it on the turn. We would have continued the flush draw on the turn. We do beat like queen 9. This could be a bluff with like just a bare king of spades. We beat like ace 10, ace 3, ace jack, but would he value raise those when I go half pot? Probably not. We did check raise flop. So we check raise flop. What hands, like what spades really call? Like jack queen spades, king jack spades, queen king spades. I think we probably just have to call this, and we're just going to lose to whatever random hand he called with some portion of the time. I don't feel great about it, but I think we just have to call the king queen. God. Yeah, we're getting a little tilted here. Good play, I guess. Super annoying. Fucking use 3 spades. Get out of here. So, what can we take from that note? Man, that's tilting his balls. Okay, we'll call here, fold here. I mean, maybe we should just be folding there, but probably hit that ace as well. So 3x open from the button with 3 deuces suited. So probably opening everything suited from button. Wonder if we just went too small on the flop there, like. Trying, I guess he had the backdoor spades, the backdoor flush draw. I don't know. It's pretty hopeful call, I guess. A little bit annoyed with that. We should have probably should have just folded. Like, what's he really bluffing with there? You know, the issue with check raise on the flop. How often does he have that backdoor draw to go along with it? I guess we just got to zen out here, just a little bit tilted this morning. All right, let's just try to focus in here. Get some hands. Call off a little bit less here. Just readjust that a bit. Fold 7 deuce. Okay, we're gonna fold 4 deuce, fold to 3 deuce, fold to 5 deuce. So should make a note of that too. Called flop. Check raise with bottom pair and back doors. Okay, we'll check here. There's a board we pretty much check most of our range on. Although against fish, they're probably not going to bet into us often enough, so. What happened here? The ISO raised, he called. Guess we're just gonna stab at it now. Yeah, that's just a bad check on the flop. And then we're gonna fold because we have absolutely nothing, unfortunately. That's a badly played hand. Very badly played. Alright, we get the king of hearts out there. That's good. Most ace of hearts would have bet turn, I would think. Let's try this again. Squeeze here. No action. Pocket nines will defend the nines. Check to him. He goes small. Guess we will check call. Come the fuck on. Fuck is that turn card? I guess we just block that and hope he raises. He slow played the flush, he would raise. No action. You son of a bitch. Oh, okay, we got a woosaw here. He seems that he's like nobody. I've never seen him before. Like on these tables at all, which is always weird when you just get a random Joe Blow that shows up on the tables. It's a bit suspect sometimes. It seems like an okay player. It's probably a fine call, realistically, on the flop there. Like, where's that hand? Not this table. With the 3 deuce suited. Okay, checks back. I'm just gonna do the double 2x pop bet here. We do it as a bluff quite often, so we'll do it here as well. Down. Interesting. Um, guess when I limp call, I have to call here now. Okay, we're just gonna take a quick break, try to refocus here, and then we'll be back. Fold to 10-3. Raise here. 3-bet here. And we'll go small here on the Jack 7 deuce. It's not a lot of draw hands he's gonna have. And then we're gonna do a lot of double barreling on any heart, any like 8, any 10. Stuff like that. He bumps it up. I guess we'll just let that go. Fold to 6-5. Fold to 24. Full raise the ace-3 if it's folded to us. That pocket nines hand, we probably should have check raised flop. And we're just c-bet here like almost 100% of the time. Flush draws, 7x. It's like that's all gonna call. Given how deep we are, you can probably float the jack here. Okay, calls. It'd be nice if there's a diamond out there, but there's not. We're still gonna definitely check call here. His range would probably be super wide, being in position, and us being 200 bigs deep. And we'll let that go on the big barrel. Alright, we're just gonna be sitting out, and we'll be back shortly. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the 7 deuce, we'll just fold. Yeah, some bad bluff triggered the downfall. A bit of tilt. We just lost some big hands. Big hand, big hand. Came back a little bit. Lost another big hand. Lost another big hand. What's going on? Dealer. Okay, so we're out next day. All right, be right back. Guys, I'm just eating, so we're gonna keep the microphone cam off for a little bit, and then we'll get back to it. Actually, I guess I'll respond to this. Keep grinding, man. Really enjoying this stream. Um, Honey baked, something like that. Appreciate that. The grind is on. Try to get to that 100K hopefully in the next 4.5 months. But we will be right back while we nibble away. Okay, we are back on the grind. Currently down about a buy-in and a half. You know what I do wish? That should be down about a little bit more than a buy-in and a half. A buy-in and a half plus down rate or whatever. Is if you know how you can put everything into big blinds? You should be able to put poker craft into big blinds as well. You know, because as you're moving up stakes and you're tracking, you know, all your games are in big blinds, so everything kind of feels similar. But when you go to poker craft and it's all in cash, you're always like, oh, you know, like you're used to playing NL50 or NL100, right? So like against 3x I can fold here, I think. You're kind of used to fold the Jack 7. You know what I mean? Like a $300 swing, like that's a huge swing when you're playing like NL2 or whatever, or NL 50, NL 100, and you swing, you know, 2, 3, $400. You know, that's a lot of buy-ins, a lot of big blinds. Uh, so like it's, I don't know, it's just a weird adjustment trying to make. That's all. Fold the King 10. Deal raise the King Queen off. Fold the King 2 off. Brood Mother 3 bets this. He's 3 bets. Not 3 betting. Oh yeah, he's still pretty tight, I think. most to 12% on average. Okay, cold 4-bet, let's let that go. Fold the ace-8. Penalo. Fold 5-3. What is this guy doing? Just gonna blow your money. Anyways, okay, raise the tens. Fold king 3 off. Queens versus aces. Yeah, nobody is ever bluffing. That's the thing. 10.7 out of the big blind against the UTG open. We're definitely going to call the tens. We're going to proceed pretty cautiously post flop. I think this is a spot that's probably under bluff. He does check to us. Okay, we are cold 3-betting the ace king here. And we're so deep though, like I can cold 4-bet here and like fold if he rips it. Alright, so he's gonna have check to us twice. We're gonna have to value bet the tens. Yeah, so we just had ace king, probably. I would cold 4-bet. Broodmother does call. Sammy Reyna is running hot today. This is a line that GTO does take some portion of the time. It's 10%, 10%, 10%. We are value betting against like ace jack suited, ace queen. Not anymore. Tens and jacks have both made sets. We do lose to queens and kings. We beat ace queen. We lose to ace jack suited now. I think we'll check. I don't really give him enough credit to bluff this river. Yeah, that's a weird one. Alright. Cold 4-bet with 7/7s on small line. Not sure about that call. Pre-flop. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a call because we're so deep. I guess it makes sense to be a call. We just happen to have ace king, which kind of sucks. Maybe we would have been better off. At deuce 9-9, yeah, it is what it is. You know, my hand looks like I have ace king there, right? So makes sense for him to call down. On this board with our hand, we will bet here, and when we do bet, we go bigger. The ace-5 off, check. Okay. And we'll 3-bet the ace-2 suited. The queen-7, we block 7-8, we have backdoor clubs. Call. We're going to ISO the ace-2 suited. And I guess if once two players call, we'll just let this go. Sixes we fold sometimes, we 3-bet sometimes. We're under the gun open. Fold the 10-7 suited. Broodmother's always been a mega nit, so we're just gonna bet small here. If he calls, we're done. Very simple. He's gonna have like nines and under that are gonna fold, and everything else calls. has a pair of some kind. So just be done with the hand there. Move on from it. Well, I think we are probably assumed to be the fish at this table in the top left, or Orbit and Banvis, because I've never seen him before. So I'm assuming nobody else has seen him before either. But it's hard to say. We'll raise the ace-10. And a quick graph update. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we're on the downtick here today, fortunately. Bit of a steep one. We'll just fold the ace-10. Evie's chasing it too, which kind of sucks. Fold king 4. Alright, this guy, I'm just going to jam here. If he has me this time, he has me, but the amount of times he's 3-bet over my ISO raise is pretty astronomical, so I think we just have to rip the ace-queen. Yeah. Fold the 3-deuce. Fold 6-5. Alright, so we should be smart here and just dip out of these tables. They're just reg filled. There's no fish on them. It kind of doesn't make a lot of sense to keep playing them. We'll just play for a little bit, see how it goes, and then we'll probably dip out sooner than later. Yeah, these guys are all playing like Faya, Marchand's on my left. That's a great spot to be. Please don't go, please don't go. I don't know what he's doing. Gonna blow his whole roll there. All right, fold Jack 5. We'll defend the ace-4, four-handed. He snap bets. Very small. We just don't have anything. We had even like a club we could check raise there, but 3-bet the ace-jack offsuit. 3-bet king-jack suited. Fold 6-5. Marchand gets out of the way. 3-bet the ace-jack off. Somebody's got a 4-bet here sooner than later. There it is. Suspicious sizing. Four-handed, we will flip over to min raise. Queen 5, we'll just fold. Fold the 10-4. Fold the ace-9. Defend the 9-10 off. And we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go bet, I think. Okay, we get the east side call, good. Raise the jacks. Let's go for the check raise with the 4s here, four-handed. Okay. Sammy Reyna. We'll go 15 here. fold here. Probably easier to just 4-bet the jacks here, but I think it's called the side flop. He goes small. Obviously, we're calling the jacks here. Such a weird sizing for this board. Gets worse though. I mean, it makes it less likely he has ace king. It does improve a bunch of his hands to be beating me now. His king queens and his king jack suited and stuff like that. His king 10 suited. So probably just gonna fold. Interesting check back. I don't think it can really get called by worse enough to block bet that. And we'll fold the ace 10. Fold the 3 deuce. Check back 10s, Sammy. This just feels like a value bet with an ace too often. 3-bet pre. Bet small flop, check back turn. Doesn't have 4s or 5s or ace 5 or ace 4 or ace king because those are all going to bet turn. I wonder if he value bets a king. That'd be gross. Is he value betting ace? Does he value bet like ace 10 suited or something? Probably at least some portion of the time. Tough one there. I don't know. Probably a call. Definitely a call some portion of the time. That bet line is just so value heavy. Still lose to a king. Let's check down. He'll check call a king a lot of the time, I think, there. So I think value betting is going to be pretty hopeful, you could say, when the spades get there and the kings are there and all that other stuff. We will be ending the stream soon. Fold the 10-6. Fold the 4-3 suited. So today, yeah, we're down, whatever. Basically 2 buy-ins, roughly. Made a couple bad hero calls. Made some bluffs that I think are okay. Overall, I don't think we played necessarily the best this morning. Sammy Reyna ran really hot in a couple spots where we just happened to like the line he took on the flop didn't make a lot of sense, and then he spiked on the turn, and then what do you do? You know, we bet and then ripped river 2x pot. He had the nuts essentially, so he obviously called. But I think most of the time he's folding there. Fold the 10 deuce. King 4 suited is a bit fruitful. We defend the big blind with the king jack off. That's fine. Make trips on the turn. I don't give them credit to keep barreling, so we're going to barrel for him. And we're going to go half pot here. Ace king suited raise, fold jack 7, fold 7 8. He's just not going to have a lot on that board. Fold jack deuce. Raise the 10 9 suited. Again, like this definitely seems to work pretty well 3 or 4 handed. The small barreling because people are just mass over folding, so you're kind of creating an edge for yourself immediately. This is obviously super small samples, but in general, it seems to be working pretty well at the other stakes and stuff too. Okay. Queen Jack, we will maybe a little too loose, but I think that's fine. The 7-5 is suited. Fold here. I think we do 3-bet this. First button open. We get let into, we'll just let that go and move on. That's a raise. Fold jack deuce. Fold the 8-5 offsuit. So hopefully the stream runs pretty smooth through here. I am going to sit it on the next big blind, I think. We had like that random disconnect earlier on in the stream, but overall it seems to be running okay. So yeah, anyways, the Binker Bust Bankroll Challenge is well underway. Things are going pretty good so far. We are up over 10K. A bit of a dip this morning, but we had a pretty crazy run yesterday. So, you know, oops, what did I do there? To be expected a little bit. Oh, that was when I sent the picture. So overall, this month, we've played 20,000 hands, which is not enough. Yeah, that was where we peaked yesterday, or this morning. I guess we would have, yeah, we went to there, down, and then this morning we ran up here, I think, somewhere around that, and then we just kind of down a bit to whatever this is, 3,100. But overall, 20,000 hands, running good, playing good. Check out our 1-2 wins, losses. Yeah, pretty up and down here today. Yeah. So we played 5,000 hands, and our EV is like crazy down there. What's up here? Oops. I don't know what's going on here. We're just running massively above EV right now. But again, it's 5,000 hands. It's such a short sample that doesn't mean really much of anything. And even this, you know, like this all tracks. It was like somewhere right around here where it just kind of separated, and then we ran pretty much on par for EV throughout most of this. Yeah, but really, there's just this gap, like wherever it is. I guess right, well, mostly just back here, really. A little bit of extra run good here, where we won a hand we shouldn't have won, or won a flip we shouldn't have won, or something like that. But anyways, yeah, overall, pretty good. I actually feel pretty comfortable at 1-2. I haven't really seen anything to make me feel otherwise. This 5,000 hand sample means like nothing, basically. We're just running hot right now. So that's pretty good. Let's see if we've recovered from 50 cent a dollar yet. Fold king 5. Come on. Fucking, ish. Run a bit of an uptick here, so that's good. Anywho.